Mr.ego sent me their handheld vacuum and I'm really excited to use it in my messy car. So you get a peek into a mom vehicle and how messy it can get in between going to the car wash and using like the big vacuums. I'm using this for the first time, so I'm hoping that it does as good a job as it looks like it will. This thing is hefty. Like, I'm impressed with how hefty it is, the quality, and it does come with accessories. So this little guy is like an actual vacuum head. I mean, it doesn't have like a rotating brush, but it does have bristles to get like some of those smaller sandy bits off the carpet. That's about how big it is. And then you have this little guy to get in between the seats. And then it also has a little brush to, brush up all that sandy stuff that is really hard to get out of car carpets. So let me show you how it works. So this is just on and off. You hold it for 2 seconds and it turns on. It'll be in low mode. You push it again, it'll be in high mode. So there's 2 modes. And then you hold it again for 2 seconds and it'll shut off. It does have a light. The light only turns on when, oh no, it doesn't. Just joking. The light goes from green to white to off. It does have a charger. Where is it? It has a little charger, so you just keep it charged. It's a C charger. You just keep it in your car charged. It came with 2 more filters. And then it also has, so on this side is the suction, and then on this side, it blows out. So I'm excited to use that. So let's give this little guy a test drive and see how well that it works. This is embarrassing, but this is where my feet go. This is all the stuff you track in from, just walking outside your car and getting back in it. So I'm going to do this attachment. I'm going to turn it on low and see how that goes. And then I'll turn it on high after that. So 2 seconds. Oh, that was high. That was an accident, but I guess we're doing high. So it didn't get everything up, but it did a pretty good job. That's the bristle after. I'm going to take this off and then I'm going to use that other attachment to get, here, I'm going to use that to get in these little spaces here. So that's the after of my mat, just a real quick cleaning. Okay, now this is gross, so I'm gonna use it for this. I just have this attachment on. Okay, this is where I started with the attachment and then I realized, you know what? It has that other side that actually blows stuff out. And so I was able to blow all those little crumbs out and then vacuum them up. So I got way more stuff out of this little cup holder than I thought I would. This worked like a charm. And then I moved on to that little phone charging portion. Clearly, I need to do more than vacuum here, like wipe it down with cleaner, but it looks gorgeous. I was really impressed. I love that I can just clean out the little pocket here super easily, and I don't have to drive all the way to the car wash to do that. This little spot here is the bane of my existence as well. So I'm going to try to get some of this out. I thought this worked really well. It got in that little crack that I can't ever get even when I'm at the car wash. They don't have anything to fit through this little crack. But while I was vacuuming this, I noticed that the back seat was terrible. So I took this little guy and I headed to the back seat so that I could start cleaning back there. I almost cleaned the whole car with this, honestly. I can't even actually believe I'm showing you this. This is so gross. There's melted crayon. That's the blue stuff. But I am really impressed by this little thing. It got all those big chunks up. Like some I've had before. Some car vacuums haven't been able to get the big things up. So I think it's powerful enough to get the big chunks off. And I love that it has so many different attachments that you can get big areas as well as little areas. I think it did a very good job for like in between being able to go to the car wash and use one of those heavy duty vacuums. I think it will keep your car more tidy if you had this just in your car. This is how you take the filter off. It just untwists. You take this off and then this little button pops it open so you can clean all the crap out. That was everything that was in my car. That's fun. So the one thing I will say that was a little bit annoying was the button is right here and I wanted to hold it like I would a vacuum or a broom or something, and it kept switching from low to high because I kept hitting it on accident. It would never turn it off because you have to hold it more than 2 seconds to turn it off. But if they had a button that would go up and down and not hit when you hit it, because that's naturally where you want to put your thumb. So I did find I had to hold it like this or like turn my hand so I didn't accidentally hit that. That's the only thing that was a little bit annoying. Everything else worked perfectly. I loved that I could use the other end and blow out my cup holder and get all the gunk out and then vacuum with that little attachment and get right in there and get all that gunk out. I want to say that's like the place that gets the dirtiest in my car. I think what I'm going to do is hand it to my kids when they get in the car and just have them vacuum around their feet so I can stave off a messy car in between the time it takes me from one weekend to the next to make it to the car wash to get it vacuumed. I really like it. I love that I can keep it in my car and use it when I need it in between car washes and car vacuums, and I hope that all that information helped.